Bonjour les étudiants. This is the second video for chapter 2, and on the last video we were discussing the conjugation of verbs in the present, of verbs in French that end in ER. And as I was telling you in the previous video, I told you that there is a lot of uniformity when it comes to the conjugation of verbs in French. The pronunciation stays fairly similar for all of the verbs, and also there is the root that stays similar for all of them, and the only thing that kind of changes between them is the endings. So if you look at the verb préférer, for example, see we you get rid of er, right, and you have the root préfère. For répéter, you get rid of er and you have the root répète, and you use those, and that will, you know, it will you will be using it for all of the different personal pronouns. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle, plural. However, there are some verbs that have some irregularities, especially with accents. So accents in French, they are used to mark, some of them are used to mark a change in pronunciation, especially with the letter E. E is the most used vowel in the French language, and it has many different sounds. So for example, in the verb préférer, pré, fait, right? But what happens when we get rid of the last syllable and we have an E at the end? It's like there's a break, right? And the E gets low. Préfère, eh, eh, right? So because that change is very important in the French language, there's an accent who will mark this change in pronunciation. And you don't have to do this change in pronunciation yourself. Your body does it automatically because there is a consonant that's blocking passage. There's not another vowel after that consonant to let us keep skipping, right? Like préférer, right? It's préfère. And the way that we mark that change is with an accent grave. So here you have accent aigu, accent aigu. In the conjugation of most of these, you will have préfère, 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 and an accent needs to mark that change. That doesn't happen with nous and vous because you have an extra syllable. So there's not a break, there's not a consonant break. So you don't have to change it with nous and vous. Préférons, préférez. The same happens with répéter. Je répète, tu répètes, elle répète, elle répète, nous répétons, vous répétez. Envoyer is a little different because you have the Y, which is related to the I, right? And we call it, the Y is called a semi-vowel or a semi-consonant because it's kind of both, right? It's half consonant, half vowel. And in French, when you have too many vowels together and you want to break them up, you need to put a consonant in the middle of these vowels. So what they do here in envoyer is a Y is being used as a consonant. But when you no longer have that extra vowel, right, that you need to link, then you don't need Y. So you go back to I. So that's why you have Y here because you have that extra vowel. And here you have I because you don't need that consonant quality of Y, that the Y sound, right? So this is how you have an irregular root, envoi. And then you put E, ES, E, and here ENT. In nous and vous, again, we still need the Y because you have that extra syllable with that extra vowel that we need to break up. So Y will stay in this one. Okay? Voyager. Again, we need uniformity. Je voyage, tu voyages, elle voyage, il voyage, vous voyagez. The pronunciation of G and O in French is gon. So in order to avoid that, in the new form, we're going to add an E so that it can sound like all the others. Je, 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 je. Je voyage, nous voyageons. With commencer, Je commence, tu commences, elle commence, vous commencez, nous commençons. That CO is pronounced in French con. So in order to avoid that, we're going to use cedilla, that little comma under the C. So se cedilla, in order to make that C an S. And there are some exercises on the textbook that you can look at in order for you to continue kind of figuring this out. Okay, so the main grammar topic for this competence, I believe it's competence 3, it's the mot interrogatif, the question words. So here you have a sentence, right? Vous êtes à l'université. That on its own, disregard this first part. Vous êtes à l'université. That's just an affirmative sentence. You are at the university. You make it a question with esca, right? I told you, remember, esca means nothing. It's just a marker for identifying a question, the way do and does work in English. So, est-ce que vous êtes à l'université? If you just think of est-ce que vous êtes à l'université, this is a yes-no question, right? You're at the university. Est-ce que vous êtes à l'université? The answer is yes or no. But if you add a question word, the answer will be open-ended, right? Quand est-ce que vous êtes à l'université? Right? When? Où? Where? Où est-ce que vous êtes à l'université? Well, that doesn't quite work. I'm sorry. So quand est-ce que vous êtes à l'université? That's when you are at the university. So remember, you just need to make sure that you use some part of the question in order to have your answer. Vous êtes à l'université? Je suis. You change it from vous because they're asking you. The answer is I. Je suis à l'université. And quand will be answered by the rest. Quand est-ce que vous êtes à l'université? Je suis à l'université le lundi, le mardi, le matin, l'après-midi, le soir, tous les jours, sauf l'exception, except le week-end, toute la journée, all day. Vous déjeunez, that's just a regular sentence, right? Est-ce que vous déjeunez? That's a yes no question. Do you have lunch? Où est-ce que vous déjeunez? Where do you have lunch? And d'habitude means as a habit, right? Where do you often, right? Où est-ce que vous déjeunez d'habitude? Okay. Remember, use what you have on the question to have your answer. Vous déjeunez, je déjeune. Je déjeune, and où will be answered by the rest. Chez moi. Chez means at the house of. So it can be chez moi, chez Rodrigo, chez Marie, chez mes parents, my parents, right? Chez des amis. Or je déjeune au restaurant universitaire. Je déjeune au café Trianon. Je déjeune dans un fast-food. And qu'est-ce que vous aimez faire après les cours? This we just saw in the previous competence, right? Vous aimez faire, right? That's just a regular affirmative sentences. Vous aimez jouer, right? Est-ce que vous aimez faire? Est-ce que vous aimez jouer au tennis, right? That would be a yes, no question. But this would be an open-ended question, especially when you use the verb faire, to do or to make. What do you like to do after class, right? Qu'est-ce que, with the question word que, what? Qu'est-ce que vous aimez faire après les cours? Vous aimez, use this to answer, change it to I, j'aime, and then you use an activity. J'aime aller au parc, j'aime aller à la bibliothèque, j'aime rentrer à la maison, j'aime dormir. Okay. Another one, avec qui, pourquoi, right? These are other question words in French, why. And for why, the answer will always begin with parce que. Pourquoi est-ce que vous préférez sortir avec lui, with him, avec elle, with her? Parce qu'il est, parce qu'elle est, because he is, because she is, and then an adjective. Parce qu'il est amusant, parce qu'il est riche, parce qu'il est intéressant, parce qu'il est beau. Avec qui est-ce que vous aimez sortir? With whom do you like to go out? Est-ce que vous aimez, right? A regular affirmative sentence, then you have est-ce que right before it, and then you have your question word. Avec qui est-ce que vous aimez mieux sortir? Avec qui est-ce que? Pourquoi est-ce que? Quand est-ce que? Qu'est-ce que? Où est-ce que? Quand est-ce que? Okay? So, avec, with, me, or chez, at my place, at someone's place. So you can say avec moi, with me, chez moi, at my place. Avec toi, with you, chez toi, at your place. Avec lui, with him, chez lui, his place. Avec elle, chez elle. Avec nous, chez nous. Avec vous, chez vous. Avec eux, with them. Chez eux, at their place. Avec elle, with them, feminine. And chez elle, at their place, with feminine. Okay? And the textbook has a lot of different exercises and a little bit more in-depth explanation of what's going on with these question words. So this competence is all about asking open-ended questions. So this is the list of the question words that we're going to be looking at in this chapter. Repeat after me, please. Ou, que, and you're going to use a que apostrophe when you have a vowel right after, like in qu'est-ce, right? Pourquoi, quand, qui, avec qui, comment, quel jour, à quelle heure. And here are some, you see how it's all the same? They're asking, the only thing that's different is the question word. Vous étudiez. Où est-ce que vous étudiez? And the answer is j'étudie, right? Je étudie. Où est-ce que vous étudiez? J'étudie à El Centro College. Qu'est-ce que vous étudiez? J'étudie le français. Pourquoi est-ce que vous étudiez le français? Parce que j'aime la culture française. You see, pourquoi has parce que, right? And often at this moment, I would suggest you use preferences in order to answer pourquoi. Why do you do that? Because I love it. Why do you do that? Because I hate it, right? Parce que je déteste, parce que je n'aime pas, parce que je préfère, and whatever activity or thing that you like, okay, or hate. Quand est-ce que vous étudiez? J'étudie le mardi et le jeudi. Avec qui est-ce que vous étudiez? J'étudie avec mon professeur. See? And avec qui has the preposition with, so the answer will also have that preposition. Avec qui est-ce que vous étudiez? J'étudie avec mon professeur. Comment est-ce que vous passez la journée? Okay? Je passe la journée à la maison. Okay? Je regarde la télé. Quel jour est-ce que vous êtes en cours? Je suis en cours le mardi et le jeudi. À quelle heure est-ce que vous êtes en cours? The question has the preposition à, so I need to use it in the answer. À quelle heure est-ce que vous êtes en cours? Je suis en cours à midi, à 1 heure. There are some exceptions. There are qui, for example, right? Ou sometimes will not use est-ce. Qui sometimes will not use est-ce, right? If the subject of the verb is what we're looking for, right? So qui travaille avec toi? Le prof travaille avec moi. Où est la bibliothèque? Here is the library. Comment est l'université? Right? So these are other ways of asking questions. And qui does use est-ce, but when it's the subject, if you're looking for the subject of the sentence, like who works here, right? he works here. He meaning the answer is the subject of the sentence, then you do not use est que, right? You use qui est, which is c'est inverted, to say who is it. Qui est? C'est Jean. And to say what is it, you say qu'est-ce que c'est. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est un livre. Okay. So if you please email me if this if you need a little bit more help with this, and if you can also look at the videos that the textbook provides. They are really good and they are very thorough. But please contact me if you have any questions. I will be doing one last video for this chapter, and it's coming right up. Okay, thank you. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.